Hello students, as we know, the day by day and year by year, actually many animals are actually extincting, and elephants are also on the verge of extinction. Not all breed of elephants, but slowly and steadily, gradually, actually, every elephant actually started to being extinct. So we need to protect them, we need to save them, as in nature everything is related to everything. If the balance, it is like a cycle stand. If you will pull it down one, then every cycles will fall down. And it is like the gulmohar, it is like the garland, it is like the माला कि अगर एक मोती आप खींच दो, then everything will be broken down, the whole garland will be broken down in pieces. So if you want to protect your nature, if you want to save life on earth, if you want to save the existence of life, then the value and contribution of every animal and every living entity is equal. We will have to keep the nature in balance. We cannot disrupt its balance, and all animals, the balance of it actually forms, including all the animals. And due to some human activities and due to the changes that is happening in nature with time, right now earth is in the habitable zone from the distance of sun. But as the time is passing, the earth is also going slightly nearer, or it in future, after 1,000 years, after lakhs of years, it might come very close, because the size of sun is also just increasing every moment. So it actually this is the nature, that's the time, everything will extinct with the time. But as a human being, it is our duty to keep everything of nature in balance. Do not let it be disrupted, and just keep everything in balance. So now, for protecting the elephant, what we can do, we will have to read here in the last part of this story, about the elephants, how we can help, and how what things that we can do to save elephants from being extinct. First and foremost, let's see what the government is doing. The conservationists are working hard to save elephants. Conservationists, the person who conserve environment and other animals, what they are doing, they are known as they are actually known as conservationists, who conserve nature and elephants. They are department of everything, different departments who take care of plants and elephants. So what are the conservationists do to save elephants? Wildlife groups are trying to persuade people around the world to stop buying ivory. Students, ivory is what? Ivory are the things which is made with the help of elephant organs. So if you will stop buying the things which have been made from the elephant organs, then elephant skin and elephant's tusk, and then automatically the hunters will stop, the poachers will stop hunting elephants. And once the hunting stops, then this unnatural way of killing the elephants will be stopped. Then elephants will die only through the natural ways, not this unnatural way. When human beings killing the elephant, this is unnatural, that's not natural. Human beings are not made to kill elephants. In nature, only a big animal generally kills a small animal for feeding, for the cycle of food. But if as a small living being, as human beings, we are killing the living beings which are bigger from us unnaturally with the help of machines, which is actually ultimately disrupting the balance of nature. So first and foremost, we will have to stop buying the things which actually made from the from the elephant's ivory. And then what other things we can do to save the elephants? Elephant supporters are also working with African communities to maintain parks where elephants can be safe and will not harm crops. Many in African communities, there are in many communities, the people of many communities actually kill elephants because they think that their crop has been damaged by their crop has been made harm by the elephants, so they actually kill the elephants to reduce their number. But nowadays the conservationists are actually just trying to convince them. Persuading someone means to convince someone to do something. So they are just trying to convince the people of such communities to not to kill elephants, because they are not making the parks in which elephants will live, and they will be kept safe there. They will not make any harm to their crops. They will be feed there in the elephants will be fed in the camps in the parks, so they will not damage their crop.